Action!
Hi Marblehead first grade classes. My name is Firefighter John, and I've been a firefighter here in Marblehead for 13 years, and I've been working with the SAFE program for 9 years now.
Hi everybody, my name is Firefighter Mark. I've been a firefighter as well as a fire safety instructor for 4 years.
Unfortunately, with what is happening in Marblehead and globally, we cannot be in the classroom with you for our fire safety classes. So we are going to do the next best thing and bring you fire safety remotely. We can promise you that we are much better firefighters than we are directors and producers.
Now normally we would be visiting your classrooms once a week for a total of 6 weeks to teach fire safety. Now this year, since we are unable to do that, we will be presenting our regular materials remotely, as well as giving you some bonus materials that include a station tour, an in-depth look at one of our trucks, and more.
So here is your first week of distance learning from the Marblehead SAFE program.
Now today we will be discussing the following topics: how to become a firefighter, what do firefighters in Marblehead do, as well as the fire triangle. To become a firefighter in Massachusetts, you must first take a physical and a written exam. Once you're hired, you attend a 10-week recruit program at the Massachusetts Fire Academy. After you've graduated from the Fire Academy, you go back to your home department where you do 1 year as a probationary firefighter, where you learn everything specific to your department.
As firefighters, we have a long list of responsibilities for protecting and helping the community of Marblehead. We don't just put out fires and rescue people from burning buildings. Some of our other duties include
car accidents, gas-related emergencies, water and ice rescues, boating and other water emergencies, medical calls. Each firefighter in Marblehead is an EMT, which is an emergency medical technician. And some of our other daily duties include training, truck maintenance, assisting the community with minor issues, and fire prevention.
Now, as we head upstairs to learn about the fire triangle, here's a short video of the past, present, and future of the fire service.
Reported building fire, 901 faucet.
Today, firefighters follow high-tech procedures when they charge into burning buildings. But it wasn't always this way. Centuries ago, firefighting was very different. In fact, back in the day, firefighters did some very strange things. Number 1, a hairy situation. In the 1800s, firefighters often inhaled poisonous smoke as they fought fires, earning them the nickname smoke eaters. To filter smoke, they would dip their long beards in water and tuck them in their mouths, inhaling through the crude filter of their own hair. Number 2, man and woman power. During fire emergencies, men would drag cart-like fire engines to the site of a blaze. In 1818, Molly Williams joined in and dragged an engine to a fire and became the first female firefighter. Later, horses replaced these eager humans as cart draggers because they could gallop to the scene much more quickly. Number 3, great bells of fire. As if the mix of humans and horses wasn't odd enough, firefighting was also accompanied by music. Firefighters clanged bells and shook rattles to warn people about a fire, and blasted trumpets to shout orders. Number 4, helmet tails. In the 1800s, firefighters wore dome-shaped leather helmets with a brim that rolled to a long back tail. The tail funneled water away from firefighters' faces, leaving a tail-like stream of water to trail behind each firefighter. Just imagine how ridiculous that looked. Number 5, game on. When a fire started, firefighting teams would race to the scene and compete. Teams would send one firefighter to arrive at the fire first and take control of the fire hydrant.
Yay! Rats!
Then, the winning team would get the gold medal honor of fighting the blaze, while the others sat on the sidelines to watch.
Aw, shucks.
These odd legends about fire history make us say, huh? But they were also important. Each one helped firefighting evolve into what it is today. Now, firefighters use sirens instead of bells and rattles, special breathing equipment in place of beards, and motorized fire engines that race them to the scene. Today, we are much safer when fire strikes, thanks to cool new technology like GPS, thermal imaging, and improved turnout gear made out of heat and water-resistant materials that can withstand 500-degree temperatures. We've come a long way since the days of trumpets, horses, and beards in our mouths. Where will science take us next? In the future, firefighters could use sensors to monitor their heartbeat and breathing rates, or goggles could display visuals that feed real-time information. They could even work with humanoid robots and drones to help them locate and track fires and put them out quicker. All of this could be a reality in only a few years. So just imagine what firefighting will look like in centuries to come.
Here we are with the fire triangle. The fire triangle is the three things that need to come together to form a fire. It is important to know this information so you can recognize an unsafe situation.
The first side of the fire triangle is fuel. Fuel acts as the food of the fire. Some examples of fuel include wood, paper, clothes, and plastic.
The second side of the fire triangle is the heat source side. These are the hot objects that provide the heat to get the fire started. Some examples are lighters, matches, candle, and electricity, and also many household kitchen appliances.
The final side of the fire triangle is oxygen.
When these three sides come together, a chemical reaction happens and the fire is produced. We as firefighters simply remove one side of the fire triangle to put out the fire. Normally we use water to remove the heat source side, but we have other tools on the fire truck to remove other sides of the fire triangle. Now we have a little demonstration to show you the fire triangle in action. Here's the fire triangle in action. We have the wick inside the jar, which is the fuel side of our fire triangle. We have the lighter here, which is our heat source side of the fire triangle. And obviously we have the oxygen all around us to make our third side. So, three sides come together and our fire is produced. Now, let's see what happens when we remove one side of the fire triangle by placing the cover of the jar over the top. Will the fire go out right away? Will it take some time? Let's see. All right, so what happened was there was still oxygen left in the jar after I placed the cap over the top, and it had to use all the oxygen inside the jar before the fire could go out. One other example we can do. Now watch when I put the jar on, and right before the candle goes out, I remove the jar lid. Everyone see that? What happened was all the oxygen got used up inside the jar, but the wick itself still had enough heat, so when I removed the cover and the oxygen came rushing back in, it was able to bring the fire back to life. Pretty cool, huh?
Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome to Marblehead Fire Headquarters. So headquarters is home of Engine 1 and Ladder 1. And as you can see, that's the front entrance. You come on down here. Straight ahead, that's the chief's office. We don't want to go in there though. And through this way is the apparatus floor where our trucks are.
Hey guys, I heard you were doing a tour of the fire station, so I wanted to show you the best part of the fire station right here, the pole. So where are we at, Firefighter Mark?
So we just came to the apparatus floor. This is where we keep our trucks. This truck right here, the smaller one, this is engine 1. That's primarily used to put out fires. It's got all the hoses and stuff on it. The truck next to it is called Ladder 1. As you can see, we've got a big ladder on top, 100 feet. This truck has a lot of tools on it for specialty type calls like car accidents, all sorts of things. It also has hoses and other, other things to put out fires as well. And over here, there's another space for a truck that's currently empty. That's where we keep our spare truck.
So, over here in this room is where we keep all our gear. So you get in the morning, you come in here, everyone's got their own locker with their name on it. You go to your locker. This is my locker right here. You take your gear out and you go figure out where you are on the fire truck.
So I'm sure a lot of you have been to the fire station on classroom visits, or maybe our open house, or just a daily visit if you happen to be walking by. Now, you guys may have seen the bottom floor before, but I'm sure none of you have seen the top floor. Well, today is your lucky day because we're going to bring you upstairs for a special behind-the-scenes look of the firehouse.
This way, guys.
So follow us right up these stairs. As you can see, we don't allow any of our fire gear past this point because we try to keep this space clean.
Our first room up here on the right-hand side is our captain's office. This is where they get all their important work done during the day. Can everyone say hi to firefighter Captain Wilson?
Hey everybody!
Wow, look, it made a huge difference.
All right, guys. Our next room here is the kitchen. And in here we got firefighter Liam, hard at work, making dinner tonight for the guys. Liam, what's for dinner tonight?
Well, I just happened to whip up a Vesuvius pizza.
Delicious.
All right, guys, come follow me this way. This is our training and rec room. We have our conference table here. We have all our notices to keep us up to date on what's going on. We do a lot of training in here. As you can see, we have firefighter Joe Gray over here. He's doing some training on streets, so we know exactly where to go when we get a call. And then we're going to go back this way and show you the rest of the upstairs.
We're back to the kitchen.
That pizza sounds good, Liam. Thank you.
This is the locker room where everyone keeps their gear. Everyone's got a personal locker, or whatever else they want to keep at the firehouse.
Okay, right this way. So through here, this door is our gym. So we're here for 24 hours. So we have to fill our time somehow. We do training, we do truck maintenance, we do all sorts of things. So this is one of the ways we spend our time. We come in here and we work out. As you can see, firefighter John's over here.
Get a quick pump in.
You know, you never know when that next call is going to come in, so you got to be quick. So this is our porch out here. We got a grill out there. It's a nice place to have lunch sometimes on a nice day. All right, so then if you just follow me right back the way we came. So this hallway has our 3 dorm rooms. So each room has 8 beds in it, and each firefighter has their own bed. So why don't we come this way and we can maybe get a sneak peek into one of these rooms. Okay? So this is firefighter John's room.
Yeah,
As you can see, some beds are a little cleaner than others.
it is. I'm sure just many of you at home are the same way.
Yeah. It's always a good idea to make your bed in the morning, right? Right, firefighter John?
That it is. That it is.
All right. So that's the upstairs.
All right, guys. Hey, we gotta go.
See you next
Hope
time.
everyone enjoyed the tour. See you guys soon. Sit, Rondo, sit. Good dog.